Hey, this is gonna be, these are, let me try and speak English here. Um, these are the entries that I made for, Tee Beehappy, and I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below, and her channel. Hopefully by the time I get this up, there still should be plenty of time to enter the challenge if you want to. It was an altered item challenge, and I finally got it done. Now I film this so that I can try and gain some kind of control of my craft room, and then finish my own challenge. My user just use it. I need to get that started because I've been so busy with trying to get everything else finished up. But anyways, so you could make up to 3 items. I made 3. This is the first thing I altered. It's just a mini composition notebook. The background paper, Craftsmith, Chelsea Lane. It's left over from a project that's currently on hold until I finish everything else. I put some ribbon on the binding, and it was this polka dot ribbon, but the back side of it was just black, so I just, flipped it over and glued it on. It was the only ribbon that I could find that would work without opening up a new roll. I really try and stick to my scraps when possible. And then this was some leftover, it's not, I don't know if you'd call that rickrack. But that was a scrap of something, a scrap of trim. This rectangle was a die cut that I used a Gina Marie die on. And the Sweet Life was a rub-on. And it was the type of rub-on where you rub it on your project and then you pour glitter over it. And the rub-on worked great. I don't know what the... Should still be over here somewhere, sorry. Oh! Avalanche. What is this? That I got in a D-stash from Scrappy Kesu. I have absolutely no clue how old this is, so I can't really review on it. It rubbed on the paper really nicely, and when I dumped the glitter on, the glitter caught the adhesive that was on the top of the rub-on. But when I went to wipe off the excess glitter, it wiped off the glitter on the rub-on. So I dumped glitter on it again, shook off the excess, and I'm just going to call it a color burst. So there's all the sparkles everywhere. I sprayed hairspray over it to hold the glitter, and then I really wanted to make sure the glitter stayed on there, since how this is something that would be handled a lot. And so I went over that with Mod Podge. These are just some flower layers that I got from Bonnie, and a button. And then here's a Fleur de Lis bling that I got in a D-stash. This stamp came from Walmart. And then my mom had given me this Red Hat Society alphabet stamp set, and in the stamp set there was some shoes and hats, so I stamped some of the pages with that stuff because I had, I don't know, I thought it would be cute. So that's my first project. Here is my second project. I altered one of these paper canvases. People were buying them years ago. They're kind of flimsy, but they work great if you want to do something like this. You don't want to spend the money on a real canvas. So, I mixed up some paint to get a mint green because I didn't have that color. A lot of times I'll just buy primary colors of paint and then just mix them together for whatever color or shade that I want. So that's what I did. Painted the canvas, which you can't really see it anymore, mint green, as well as the teapot. The teapot I decoupaged a napkin over, and I think I got this from Shea. Not positive, but I think so. I just peeled off the white backing, and I chose this I don't have a great deal of selection when it comes to napkins. I don't usually buy them, but I chose that one because it had a white background, and then after I decoupaged it on to the teapot, I was kind of kicking myself because I didn't intend for red and, or it's more like a magenta and yellow and a green to be in the color wheel of this project, but it was, so I had to work with it. And that teapot came from Michael's years and years ago. It was a really crappy teapot. It was just like a cedar wood or a pine. Probably pine. No, it was pine. And it was really rough looking. I don't know why I bought it. I didn't have a clue about anything back then. But, yeah, I just decoupaged a napkin on there after I painted it green so that you'd still see the mint color. And then the teapot didn't have a little handle, so this was just a bead from Shipwreck, and the hole was kind of big, so I wanted to use it because it'd be harder to bead with. Around the edge, I put a white velvet trim. I didn't want to cover up the green edge, but I kind of wanted to use the white velvet trim because I don't get to use my velvet trims very often. And this was just some scrap. There's a dog hair. Some scrap sequin trim around the edge. The paper is from Craftsmith Tea Party. I intended for this just to be pink and mint, but you know, that did not work out. Flower layers came from Bonnie. Some of the pearl centers came from Dollar Tree. Some of them came from a D-stash I bought. These blingy flowers came from a D-stash, and I didn't have a cup die, so I just drew one and cut it out by hand. And the Enjoy Life, I got some muslin fabric from Leslie, and I had these stamps from the thrift store, and I just stamped the Enjoy Life in I think it's cottage ivy memento to kind of pull some of the green from that napkin, because yeah, I wasn't quite anticipating the colors on the napkin. Oh, and on the teacup, it was just scrap paper that I glued on cardboard, and then I had a floral stamp. It was like a big bunch of flowers. I just stamped one little part of the rubber stamp that I got at a thrift store over and over again, and stamped these little flowers on the cup. So it's just meant to be like a wall hanging or a decoration, and I'll probably attach a hanger on the back. I thought it turned out cute. It was just dumping flowers into the teacup. And then the last thing I think turned out pretty good. I altered a wooden picture frame that Bonnie gave me. I don't know if it's high enough. So I painted it pink, and then I think I mixed cameo pink with white to make it lighter, because cameo pink is the lightest pink that Walmart has. And I decoupaged a napkin onto the picture frame after I painted it. And I think I got that napkin from Leslie. And most of these paper flowers came from Bonnie. This is a starched fabric rose that I made. There's some glue strings. But these little tiny roses here and here. I've got one up here. Those she made. I can't make those. They are way too tiny for me to make. These organza-y polyester flowers came from Bonnie also. The flowers and these little, or the butterfly, those are called butterflies. And these little flowers came off of this trim, which I don't know where this trim came from. It was in my scrap bin. And I used some box pleated trim I got at Walmart, and I had a little scrap of this in my scrap bin that I don't know where it came from, that I really wanted to use on this project. So I didn't have enough to go around the entire frame, so I did half of this. There was enough to do 2 sides of the frame, and then I just used the box plated for the other. There's a little cameo. I think I bought that at Elma Variety Store. I've got some spray here, some black spray, and then I've got some of those baubles. I've got an earring over here, and then I had been thinking about the stamen that I have. I have like this box of stamen, and I don't use it. I completely forgot about it. And I used to use it when I first started crafting, but I haven't in a very, very long time. So I decided I wanted to use some of that in this project, and I found some stamen in the box that was black and was tipped pink. So all these little things here are stamen. So got some poking out there, some poking out here, which are harder to see, and then I've got some in that cluster. So anyways, that is my projects, and I appreciate you guys watching. Bye. Turn off camera.